UFC 286 in the books from London, England.
O2 Arena, not silenced, but cheering on the hometown hero.
What a crowd.
Yeah, it was good.
Always destined to be a good crowd, though. The UK crowds are usually really good. And this time, nothing was different.
Yeah. I only watched the main card. Did you watch anything on the prelims before?
I watched a few of the prelims. I tuned in. I sort of honestly forgot. I woke up at like 6 o'clock and I was like, oh, fuck, I feel like there's UFC on soon. I was like, I'll just go back to sleep. And I got up at like 8:30 and I watched from there.
No, it wasn't that game. I was like,
the prelims weren't that special.
I literally set the alarm for 9:55 and I got up and just turned the UFC on straight away to the main card, which is, I felt like, I mean, it looked like there was some good highlights on the prelims.
Yeah, there was that knockout of, what's his name? The little blonde boy.
I couldn't tell you.
And look, there weren't any great names, but there's a few decent fights. But yeah, shall we just get straight onto the main card?
Yeah, we can, with Marvin
kicked off
Vettori.
The night. Yes, Marvin, the Italian stallion, Vettori.
That's all I think of every time.
Yeah, taking on Roman Dolidze.
Yeah.
And a good fight. A really good fight. Marvin Vettori sort of always delivers, except for that Izzy fight.
Yeah.
But
snooze fest.
Common denominator there.
He looked good tonight, eh? Like
his best chin in the UFC.
Oh, easily.
Easy.
Yeah.
But also Roman Dolidze.
Yeah,
he took some big shots as well.
I thought he might have done a bit better, honestly. But I feel like Vettori, he came out with, even the commentators were saying he just came out so aggressive. He changed up his style, so he was throwing a lot more leg kicks. And
I think he threw, I think midway through the second, he'd thrown his most leg kicks ever.
Yeah, because Roman wasn't being as active as I thought he might have been. So, just in the fucking dead time, it was just Vettori landing leg kick and leg kick.
Yeah,
and leg kick
the only thing is that
again.
The leg kicks didn't. The first ones were sort of just like tappers. They weren't proper leg kicks. Towards the end, though, I mean, the damage sort of accrued.
It's more than nothing, that is what I'm saying. But, and then, because I saw, you had Marvin winning this,
No, I had Roman.
Oh, I had Marvin.
I had 1 and 3 for Roman.
Yeah, I had 1 and 2
honestly,
for Marvin.
I'm fine going either way.
All the scorecards tonight were just so...
Pretty hectic. Yeah, it was a bit all over the place. Round 1, Marvin, I don't know. I have to rewatch it to sort of see, but I thought round 1 was Roman. He landed quite a few good shots. I think he rocked him at one stage. Round 2 was Vettori. That's when he kept up with the pressure.
Yeah, and then round 3 was Roman.
Round 3 was Roman sort of throwing the big strikes, but they sort of were blocked.
Yeah, but that's the thing though, because in the first round, which people were saying that Roman won, so many of those shots were blocked.
I think there was more of them though. That's the thing. There was more strikes in general.
And even then, it was him throwing the big shots, and so many of them were blocked. And then every time he did it, was Marvin throwing back and landing every single time.
Yeah.
But I don't know if people just didn't say that.
I was fine either way.
Laser focus eyes, I don't miss a thing.
Yeah.
But
I didn't even watch the decision, the announcement for the decision, because I was I don't care which way this goes.
Oh yeah, I didn't really care either. But I did think Marvin did win. But
credit to, I think Roman's still going to be a contender. He still has his wrestling and stuff that he didn't use in this fight at all.
Yeah, that's the thing. I thought he would have done a bit more. Even in the striking, he did some good power shots and stuff like that. But I feel I don't know if it was his cardio just couldn't, he wasn't able to keep it up for 3 whole rounds.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't necessarily gassed. I guess it just sort of...
I just feel like there was a lot of time he was kind of just standing there and just maybe could have done a bit more. I don't know. And maybe got him the decision, but... I don't know if it was the leg kicks or something was just kind of
round 3 the leg kicks definitely took their toll.
Yeah.
But overall, great performance from Marvin Vettori.
Yeah.
What's next for him? I don't know. Maybe maybe a Cannonier or something.
I think they'll do who was I?
What about Hamzat?
Yeah, no, they were talking about Hamzat going against Cannonier though.
Hamzat Vettori, I'd like that.
No, but they were talking, I don't know if they even were, but I heard that it was Hamzat versus Cannonier, just most likely to give him maybe the easiest matchup. Not the easiest, but
you know, give him Izzy or Python. But I mean, I think you'd be better off doing, because Marvin and Rob have only just fought recently.
Yeah, and
so if you do Cannonier versus Whittaker, which hasn't happened, I don't think that's happened yet, has it?
Yeah, Whittaker beat Cannonier.
When?
I don't know.
But it was less recent than Vettori.
Yeah, but it was still way too recent, I'd say, to rematch though.
But I mean, that's all you've really got.
It's just a dead fight. It's just anything. Anything Cannonier's been in recently, just a dead fight.
But that was that fight. Up next, what do we have? Jennifer Maia versus Casey O'Neill.
Yeah, this wasn't too bad of a fight.
I thought it was good.
Really.
I don't like Casey O'Neill, so I was very happy to see her getting fucked up.
I couldn't even tell you.
I had Jennifer Maia by decision as well. So
I had O'Neill by first round submission for the XP, and obviously didn't pan out.
I got a gold medal on verdict for this card. Yeah, I had Gaethje by decision.
Yeah, I had Gaethje by decision.
And that paid out like 2k XP
that was
for
the
me.
only thing we ended up getting.
I had Leon as well. So
fuck.
But yeah, this was a pretty good fight. Well,
it was like non-stop back and forth punches.
No, definitely.
So it was definitely high paced, a lot of action.
Casey O'Neill showed that she can compete. I think she was like 9th or 12th ranked.
Sure, yeah, something like that.
And so she's obviously, she can and probably will. She's only young as well.
Yeah.
But Jennifer Maia is just that veteran who sort of has been there before.
Well,
because when it was like a Cowboy versus Alex Hernandez sort of thing. Because obviously not as bad. She got quite a
lot of fights on her record. She's like 20-9.
Well, she is
something like that now, and former title contender. So.
Exactly. But yeah, it was an alright fight.
Isn't that insane that she's fought for a title?
I mean. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
So weird, like when you think of some of the people who've had title shots. I couldn't even tell you who she's beat.
You know who hasn't? My girl Roxanne.
Oh yeah,
the split not decision. The UFC. Yeah,
that was because that was probably my favourite part of the whole card. To be honest, it was when Casey O'Neill was coming to the ring, and they were talking about she got so tested in her last fight against Roxanne, and it's like no, she didn't. I remember it was like the 200 significant strike or like maybe total strikes. I don't know.
Yeah,
and it's actually just because it was the bullshit split decision that they were probably saying that. I don't know if they even remembered the fight.
But it was a good women's fight to have on the card. And then what do we have next? Brian Barberena versus
Gunnar Nelson. Submission.
Fuck yeah! I mean, this
there was nothing. It was like the same fight as Barberena versus RDO.
Yeah, that's literally what I was gonna say. I had Brian Barberena by first round knockout, which was probably
what happened.
Yeah. Gunnar Nelson, he fought last year. And
because I didn't
he fought May of last year.
I didn't even
but then he
realise
hadn't fought since 2019.
Yeah, because I didn't even remember that he'd fought last year. So I didn't even think he'd fought in like 4 years.
It's just like there's no consistency with him, so it's hard to give a shit.
Literally.
It would have been better. Brian Barberena winning this would have been so much better.
Couldn't really care too much either way. What does he do
next though?
I don't know.
What's he ranked?
He's not ranked.
Is he not?
Well, he's literally fought once in 4 years.
Yeah, but there's a few people that stay in the rankings for that long.
What, Connor?
Yeah.
Literally the
John
only
Jones
one.
And number one pound for pound.
Gunnar Nelson, the John Jones of welterweight. Watch out.
I thought he might have been 14th or something.
I'm trying to just navigate how to even work this UFC page. I always go on it and just never know how to even work it. But
but that was there's literally nothing to say about that fight. It was a first round submission, was it? Or second? First?
First. Like, 10 seconds to go. Literally, it was basically on the clapper that he submitted him.
To me, Gunnar Nelson is literally just Conor McGregor's friend.
Just like Dylan Dennis.
Pretty much.
And not Artem.
Yeah, no, Artem's a league of his own.
The GOAT's left him in the dust. But anyway.
Take us to the co-main event. Bring us in.
Co-main event, Gaethje versus Fiziev.
Banger.
How do you say his name?
Halfway off Fiziev.
Pretty much lived up pretty much to what everyone thought it was gonna. Just back and forth, war, banger.
Yep.
Fiziev started the fight really well. The speed, the body shots.
Killer, the kicks and stuff.
Yeah, which a lot of people had brought up before because Gaethje's fight against Alvarez, for example, where he always has the guard real high and the body was just there for the taking.
Yeah.
And fuck, it must have done a lot of damage to him, but he still kept going. And kind of as the fight went on, Fiziev just dropped off. He didn't really drop off.
It was more his speed
better.
Slowed down and stuff, and you said, the jab.
And it's like his movement, he started just getting hit way more, and Gaethje, just started incorporated the jab real well in the third round.
Which is like Trevor Whitman written all over it, doesn't it?
It was,
just the adjustments and stuff, and I thought it was a lot closer. I personally could have seen Fiziev winning.
I mean, he did outstrike him in that round too. I just feel like the shots, I don't know, I just thought that the shots Gaethje were just more damaging to me, it seemed.
Yeah.
Visibly and earth shakingly.
I think there was the eye poke and stuff. the second.
But yeah, no, the strikes were actually real close. Round one, it was 23 Gaethje, 27 Fiziev, and then 29-32.
Yeah.
And then 54-38. And who gave that a 10-8 in round three? Who was that judge?
Yeah, that is fucking ridiculous. The judging tonight was pretty whack. I don't
know who gave that 10-8. It would have been
Chris Lee. Chris Lee was up. He was.
I think was it that fight or was it main event?
Well, he was main event, but I assume he would have been co-main as well. I actually had the same scorecard as him for the main. Sorry,
but yeah, whoever gave that 10-8 is just ridiculous. But yeah,
in no world is that ever a 10-8.
No. Like if he dropped
imagine
him, maybe,
if that's a 10-8. No, I feel like 10-8 requires at least like 2 droppings. Like, or at least ground and pound and like just slice and dice.
I know.
But in no world is that a 10-8 ever.
But Gaethje won. I think Dustin rematch next is probably the fight to make, because Dustin is just not even doing anything, it seems.
Yeah.
And Gaethje,
or I guess,
make that a number one contender fight, I guess.
If Charles beats Beneil, you do Beneil, Justin. Only if Charles beats Beneil, though.
Yeah. I still reckon you just do Dustin and Justin again.
Well, it depends what Dustin is. Fuck's sake, why do they have such similar names?
I don't know.
It does depend what Dustin's doing. I don't give a fuck what he does is the problem.
Yeah, neither. I think he just thinks he's Conor and can just wait on the sideline for a title shot.
Exactly.
I bet you that gets at him every day that he beat Conor twice and just still can't even. He's never going to be on the same level. Satisfies me greatly.
Do you see that? I don't know. There was a video of him at Mardi Gras. And the fan held the sign and it was like, Dustin, your wife's in my DMs, and he got all pissed off at it.
Yeah. It's Conor so... It's even after the wins, it's still Conor so on the head.
Yeah.
It's the PTSD from the first fight.
But yeah, on to the main event now.
The main event,
the one everyone was waiting
really wants to talk about. Leon Edwards versus Kamaru Usman, defending his title. Coming in as a big underdog again, because obviously
it doesn't happen often that the champion is an underdog.
Because we saw how most of the fight played out last time. Leon started off good in the first round with the takedown, and then Usman was able to just control the next 3 rounds with a combination of his striking and grappling. And then the head kick from the depths of hell, just ending the title reign. And I expected this fight to kind of go how most of the last fight went. Like, I didn't really have any reason to expect anything different, apart from the fact people were like,
Usman to be scared.
But I think he definitely was not fighting how he usually does.
I don't want to take anything away from Leon. Like, obviously I'm going to be biased. Leon is my favourite fighter. Well, tied with Neil Magny.
I don't know how.
I don't know. It's just the boys.
It's the
Jamaican boys, yeah.
He's just like barely even Jamaican.
General. But yeah, look, I thought Leon fought literally like the perfect fight, pretty much, for what was put in front of him.
Yeah.
The takedown defense was incredible. Yeah. I think he was... Usman went like 3 for 9 or something.
Something like that. I can get the stats up.
Yeah, go on.
In front of me.
And the striking really set the sort of groundwork for that head kick in the final round.
Usman was just non-stop pressing forward, but he wasn't really able to capitalise. Like, his striking was just dog shit tonight, if we're being honest. Like, he was so inaccurate. He was swinging so wildly and nothing even near connecting.
I think Joe Rogan was the downfall. The knees. The leg kicks and stuff were just there all night long. I don't think he literally blocked a leg kick or anything.
Was it Rogan?
Because that was when it was announced that he had has to walk down the stairs backwards.
Oh, on Rogan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, like, maybe that was it, but, like, he definitely looks, like, he just didn't look the same to me at all.
But I still think Leon's performance was...
Yeah, it's like what you said, like, for the fight that happened, like, Leon perfect. Really, like, he couldn't have done anything better than he did.
I think he was expecting to sort of have more, like, Usman do more. Because, like I was saying, he set the groundwork with the leg kicks and the body work, or the body kicks, so that he started dropping that guard in case he needed that head kick.
And then, like, he literally just did that the whole fight, and Usman didn't really have anything to even
he couldn't get the takedowns too. Like, even when he did get the takedowns, he literally did nothing in those positions.
Like, almost every single one he went for, you could just call them on the spot. Like, even the commentary were doing it. But
it was a good game, like, isolating the hands and stuff, like, that Leon was actually doing. But you can tell that they've gone and literally just trained that.
Yeah. Like, all of Usman's offense looked so predictable, like, way more than I've ever seen in this fight. Pretty much every takedown, like, he would back Leon up against the fence, and I'll be like, okay, he's going to shoot now. And, like, it would be so obvious when he was about, like, Michael Bisping even said it. It was like, oh, like, he's just being so obvious with his takedowns right now. Like, you could just see every single one of them coming, and they were so easy to defend.
I think, so first round I had Leon.
Yeah, I had Leon first round.
Second round I also had Leon.
I had Usman round 2.
Third round was the fence grab point deduction. I think Leon edged that towards the end to make it a 9-9.
I still had Usman round 3.
I saw some guy in the comments was like, again, I shouldn't have been reading the comments. He was like, oh, that third round should have been a 9-8. And I'm like, what? Like, so, do you actually understand? Like, that's what I was saying. He was like backing up Usman, and he's like, it should have been like a 9-8. I'm like, do you understand how anything works? But Leon went for a fence grab, and he also had a glove grab in the first round, I think.
Yeah, but then like at the same time, it's like, oh, Leon the dirty fighter, Usman probably the dirtiest fighter in the UFC. Like, it almost is karma in a way. He gets away with so much shit every fight, and I'm pretty sure
I want to touch on this.
I think Leon even said he didn't want Hoobdeen reffing because he lets Usman get away with so much fouling, and he was the ref.
I want to touch on this. Dick kicks.
Yeah.
I fucking just hate that points get deducted for them. Nobody is intentionally trying to do dick kicks. It's literally always when people are going for leg kicks or body kicks. It's not their fault that your opponent turns mid-fight or like changes level and stuff like that.
Yeah, but they're not always turning. Sometimes they're literally just standing. Like,
okay, yeah,
I feel like that one
majority of
landed on Usman, like they were literally just standing there.
No, he was going for like the inside of the bloody car, or the bloody quad.
Yeah, but that's why like they don't really deduct unless you do like so many in a row.
But that's, even then, I still think it's hard. It was like that Cameron Simon, the from the Drekus card, the Jones card.
But I guess
he hit like 3 dick kicks, but it was literally all because his opponent was changing the levels, and he ended up getting the point deducted. You
could say that with eye pokes though as well. You could just be like,
but you should, like, if people are like out there. That's what I mean. There are still instances where dick kicks should, like, you can clearly either deduct a point or give a warning.
Yeah.
And like, same thing with if a fighter's, you know, reaching out with his fingers pointed and stuff when they're told to keep closed fist. There are circumstances, but there was just something that crossed my mind. Like, it's, if he was going to be deducted a second point for the dick kick, I would have been quite annoyed.
Yeah.
And then 5th round was definitely Leon, and 4th I think I had Leon as well.
I had see, I can't even remember what happened in each round because I'm trying to so Usman took him down in round 2, 3, and 4, and I gave Usman.
He didn't do anything with those takedowns. I think he got his back in round 2.
I don't know, like, I'm almost at the point, if you're not just going to give anything for takedowns, like, just take them out of the UFC, like.
But it's not like he didn't even. Leon got back up like straight after 9. He only had 3-minute control time over the 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And if that's combined, you know, that would have literally been. If you go to the second round, I feel like that was probably when that takedown was, that he held him down for quite a bit. That would have been the majority of the
round 2. Usman outstruck him 32-23.
And that was a lot of the strikes while they were in the clinch and stuff.
That was the round that, like, no one was giving Usman. Everyone was like, you're a casual if you gave Usman round 2. And I was like, okay, well... And they're like, yeah, you see Leon landing all the shots, even though Usman
but I do think there was, like, it was literally, like, all clinch work and I'm not saying that doesn't count, but it was, like, flurry shots and stuff like that. I don't know, I think Leon clearly won that.
I'm not mad at Leon winning, but, like... I don't know. I still think, like, there's... I don't know, I can't even, like... I'm trying to distinguish from each round of the fight and just remember what happened in each round.
Than Colby Usman too.
What do you mean?
Like, there was a clearer Leon win than Colby versus Usman too.
I don't know.
Which I feel like is nowadays people are sort of starting to actually talk about that as a not a bad decision, but okay, well, like, if this didn't happen, like, if the point deduction, or the 10-8 in that, you know, you could have been a draw, should have been a draw.
I don't know, I just feel like, it's, when it comes to decisions for fights, it seems like people's kind of opinions on what it should be just changes, like, every single time. It's like, Merab can win a decision by doing nothing with his grappling, but then other, like Usman does nothing with his grappling, and
but it wasn't that. I don't think it was that he did nothing. It was like that he just did nothing in general that lost him this fight.
Yeah. I still think he did land some good shots
like,
as
at
well.
Least,
like,
at least
there was
Merab,
one time where like he landed like a straight on Leon, and he like backed him up against the fence, and he looked like he was real.
And then he got
for
the takedown after that. Yeah. I remember that.
I can't remember what round that was.
But I don't know. Like, at least Merab was still out striking Yarn on the feet, and like Usman, if he was doing more work, it would have been closer. But I just don't think it was there for him tonight.
I'm probably just salty he lost, to be honest, but.
I was so gassed. I knew that Leon won, but it was more a factor of, are they going to give it a draw because of the point deduction that I was worried about.
Yeah.
But let's talk about what's next. Colby.
Fuck, there's so much.
Dana's confirmed pretty much that Colby is next.
Yeah.
A lot of people aren't happy.
I'm so happy. That's the thing for me when it comes to this pay-per-view. Like, I've felt like it's been the worst time for me to be an MMA fan because like Usman and Colby probably both are my top 5 favourite fighters.
Yeah.
So then obviously I've had Usman lose, and then I've had Colby getting the title shot, which is like a good thing for me. But then this, like everyone else hates it, so it's just like just getting fucked over. And I feel like I can't have any opinion without people just being like, oh
casual bias,
literally, like it's been like impossible. So
I don't know. It's going to be a good fight if it actually happens.
Yeah.
I think if Leon was able to stop the takedowns of... I was saying this over text. I think Leon has clearly shown improvement in his takedown defense, and I think with Colby's volume of strikes, you can't tell me that if Usman was like throwing more, there wouldn't have been more gaps for Leon to, poke through and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that Leon's going to win that fight. It's going to be a lot tougher.
I don't even think that, though, because I feel like Usman, like, if you look at the last fight, he was beating him on the feet pretty easily.
Yeah, but I think he's made the adjustments for the second fight.
I just don't even think he really even made the adjustments. I feel like Usman was just, like, so far off with his strikes.
And also, we've seen, like, Colby... I know we've seen Leon get stunned before in the Diaz fight and stuff.
Yeah, that's why I thought Usman was going to be able to knock him out so easily.
Usman would have more technical striking than Colby.
No way.
More technical?
No way he doesn't.
Like with the jab and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's got the jab. Have you actually rewatched his fights with Usman?
But like in terms of like doing what he's supposed to. Like I feel like Colby's is real, lots of pressure and volume and stuff, but
I don't know. Like when you rewatch Usman and Colby's second fight, it was Usman...
it's a hard example though, because like literally everything goes out the window in those two fights.
What do you mean?
Like Colby's striking in that wasn't good. Like it wasn't technical either.
Yeah,
it was like Glover versus Yuri.
Not really.
Not in terms of like
when was
IQ.
the last time you rewatched that fight?
I don't know, probably a month, probably 3 months ago.
I'd honestly just say rewatch it. I don't think you're giving Colby enough credit for his strike in that fight. Like, especially the way he got dropped in round 2, which was really just Usman having the power advantage, and then he came back, and then, not even that, his fight against Masvidal, he was rolling Masvidal on the feet with ease the whole time.
Yeah, but again, I don't know if that was just lots of everything. It wasn't just his striking being...
Yeah, but it was like, there were so many
technical
portions of...
Well, Leon is clearly he's going to be the way more technical striker.
I've rewatched his fight so many times.
I think it's going to be a good fight.
I just think, Usman, I don't think he wrestled enough tonight at all. Like, I just feel like he could have done so much more grappling.
Do you reckon Colby's going to come out like Merab and just go takedown?
Yeah, like, he easily could just do that, because that's pretty much what he did to Masvidal. And whether he can take him down or not, I just think he'll be able to push him up against the fence the whole time anyway. Like, Usman just seemed to be letting him off the fence so easily, and he kept backing him up against the fence and giving him so much space to circle out every time. Like... He wouldn't go up against him on the fence and clinch up with him. He'd just back him up against the fence and try and strike in front of him.
Leon was good. I think that's what it was.
He was good at getting out of the wrestling though, but at the same time
he was doing everything right.
He was just backing up the whole time and just when you watch a fight Usman, I said I rewatched Usman versus Woodley, and Woodley's backing up the whole time as well, and Usman was relentlessly pushing him up against the cage just over and over, and tonight he'd literally just get him back up against the cage and he just stood in front of him the whole time.
Leon would then switch out, that's what I mean, if Leon didn't have the ability to escape that, he probably would have, but
I don't know.
Great performance by Leon. Great card tonight. I still just think Leon's
beaten no one got in the UFC as well.
Except for Usman twice.
Yeah.
And long may it continue. That probably brings us to the end of the video.
I mean, there's like heaps of other welterweight contenders wanting to get their names in there and stuff like that. Which
we might do a video on that and talk about
I feel like you almost have to do a separate one on like the welterweight division as a whole, just because like. Yeah, there's so much going on there. You could just go on for ages, and like the fact people talk about Conor getting a title shot.
Look, I would love that more than anything.
Do you reckon?
Honestly, and it's not like he has no. It's different than Colby, I think, because Colby does still sort of deserve it. Yeah. But Conor getting it would just be fucking hilarious. Yeah. And there's no doubt in my mind that it would just annoy so many people and be so fun.
And he could probably knock Leon out as well. I reckon he could. I reckon he could knock out still like any.
I don't think Conor's fighting again, to be honest.
Yeah, because of USADA. Like, I don't even get it. So, what did he think was going to happen there? Yeah, like, literally, what did he think?
We'll do a full another video on all this because we've got a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
But let us know what you thought of UFC 286. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Pressure.
Piss off, USADA.
Yeah. Peace.